Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a DBV-152. It's a Tier 10 Czech tank destroyer. It's located on the north spawn of Prokhorovka, and it's under the command of Duffy. Yes, I know it says some other name in the list, but he likes being known as Duffy, so we call him Duffy. He's part of the SAMS clan. Okay, well, we're in action. Now, it's a very big gun. 152mm in caliber, that's where it gets the name from. 800 alpha, 281mm pen with standard ammo, and with the premium heat rounds, it's 330mm, and with the HE rounds, 980 alpha and 76mm of pen. You normally see Duffy playing alongside Auroric 78 because they're both in the SAMS clan, and he's looking for getting a clean shot on that guy. Yes, he does, and a biggie. Oh, and they're all hitting that guy. That Wizzy, and he's gone. That was incredible. Everyone hit the same target at the same time after 842 hit points, and a Wizzy 1321, which is a Chinese light tank, has just gone out the game. That was a tier 10. It's a tier 10 game altogether, actually. There's no other players, no tier 11s in this one. I've got a Progetto 65 off in the distance, and he's got another hit. 800 hit points. Remember that alpha? 800, so he's had one average roll and one high roll so far. And now we've got a mouse trespassing. But it's not a good angle to get a penetration. As you can see, it was a red dot there. Duffy is one of a number of players who play with Auroric 78. So you'll quite often see him in his videos. Of course, normally it's Auroric who's actually getting the spotting, and Duffy's who's getting the actual damage from the shots. Okay, E3, we've got a clean shot. It's not an easy shot, but he has got a shot. But the guy's gone down anyway. In fact, he went down to an AMX M454. So we're going to have to get a bit closer to the enemy. E5. Side shot there for a moment. Well, we don't know if that one hit, but it was where he was. The shell went where he was, and I suspect that probably would have been right through the side of him. Now the mouse is taking some damage here. There's no Arty in the game, so obviously it appears that we're pushing on the enemy, even though we've only got 2 kills and they've got 2 kills. They have got less hit points, but only just. And there's the Jaegeru. Goes for the lower plate and he gets it, and he got a fire. And the kill shot comes in from our Jaegeru to finish him off. Okay, we're almost reloaded. Standard reload, 19.65 seconds. He's got 16.21. The E5 did go down. He only had 381 hit points. I suspect he did get that shot on the E5. Eshbon. And he's got that one too, and it's a high roll. And the Eshbon is no more as well, so he seems to be hitting tanks, and his teammates take them out immediately afterwards. And another one, but this time round it's a low roll. Okay, what have we got here? Progetto 65. Yes, he's gone this time. That's the first kill for Duffy. Surprising, that isn't it? He's got just under 5k, and that was his first kill. It's nice actually. The Jaegeru seems to be going alongside him, but in fact now we've got 2 Jaegerus working together here. So he can move them down a little. Oh, the mouse went. But our Manticore's right down the far end at the moment. And there doesn't appear to be anybody else there, so we can move up. And then if we can get behind this mouse, we can finish them off from behind. Okay, we can cut across now. Yes, there's the good of 15. Have we got a shot over there? If not, we'll go for the E5. Oh, now we did get spotted there. It was a little more difficult to get a shot on the mouse because he was in a dip. And in fact, the E5 has lost some hit points, so I think we probably did hit him. Trying to go for his weak armor. Goes for the side of the turret. No, that one didn't go. Side of the turret this time. No, he turns the turret towards us. And again, it hits the hard armor. Okay, the E5 doesn't like us hitting him. He's firing back. That time round it counted. That went through. He's now up to 5,600, but I think it's probably closer to 6,000. Mainly down to the fact that he's got a blind shot in there that hasn't been recorded. And there's another one. It's a fire again. And he claims the kill on that one. 478. There's only 3 enemies left. Duffy's got 3 kills, but a huge amount of hit points. Only showing 6.9 so far, but obviously it's a lot higher than that. Now, 2 of the enemy are very likely close to the railway line. 1 is on the hill, we know for certain, so obviously they are hiding in the bushes. But ideally, we need one of our guys to go down the railway line and spot them for us, and then we can finish them off. Oh, this one. Right into the engine deck. Didn't get a fire this time, but he certainly got a high roll. And the 50p has been cooked. But we took 1 round from the 114 SP2. So now we know where he is. Even though we can't see him, we know the direction it came from. And he fires another one at us. So we can use this wreck of the FV4005 as cover. It's a very smart move. He's not going to get a second chance to hit us. We just need to use the engine deck as the to look over. Our teammates are moving in. He is the last enemy. There he is. And he gets the kill shot on the last enemy, or does he? No, because the Heshbarn got him at the last moment. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was only a second-class tanker for Duffy of SAMS in the DBV-152. I can't believe that that was only a second-class tanker. He got an arsonist. He set light to, well, it was about 3 or 4 enemy tanks, actually, to be true, because he was setting light to all of them on the battlefield, but he did get an arsonist for killing 2 enemy tanks by setting light to them. He also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle. A bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 6. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a tank sniper for doing the most damage at a distance of 300 meters or more. And it's not showing the win rate, but it must be a very, very high one indeed, because you're going to see the figures now and realize what he did. Well, I was showing that 6,000 hit points of damage, but in actual fact, he did 9,500 hit points of damage from the shots that he fired, the blind shots that hit the targets and did actually penetrate. So 9,437 hit points was the high damage on that one. It's enough for a high caliber, but it wasn't enough for a more than a second-class tanker. Could you believe that? How much damage do you really have to get in order to get a first class or even an ace tanker in the DBV-152? The second highest damage in that game was the 114 SP2 on the enemy team. 5,031 went to him. And the third highest damage went to the TVPT-5051 on our own team, who got 3,659 hit points. The Manticore got a patrol duty in Confederate because he was doing an awful lot of spotting, that guy. 10,750. I'm waiting for it to come up. There you go. 10,750. His win rate was 7,525, and he got a patrol duty and a Confederate for spotting that game. And yes, boy, was he getting a lot of hit points, mostly from the shots from Duffy and other people following Duffy up at the end. In fact, if I click on this, will it actually show me? No, it doesn't show me the win rate, which is a pity because I'd like to see that. But anyway, if we look at the number of kills, we can see Duffy had the highest number. He got 3 kills. 2 kills went to the TVPT-5051, the Manticore, the AMX M454, and the Jaegeru. And on the enemy team, 3 players got 2 kills. Their DBV-152, their E5, and their 50B. And only 6 players got kills on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, he's in second place. The Manticore got the spotting, of course, so he was picking up even more. He was picking up not only the damage that Duffy was doing, but also all the other tank destroyers who were piling on in afterwards and killing the enemy tank. So he got 1,398 base experience points, and Duffy picked up 1,067. They were the only two to get over 1,000 base. But look at this, the TVPT-5051 got 999 on that one, so I think he'll feel pretty disappointed that he didn't get over 1,000 from that one. Duffy fired 15 rounds, 13 direct hits on the enemy, 11 penetrations. We did see some of the ones he was having difficulty with were the E5. The shells kept bouncing off the turret or just not penetrating. So I suspect those are the ones that really didn't get through. 9,437 hit points of damage in total, of which 8,339 were at more than 300 meters. He received 3 hits, 2 penetrated, 1 non-penetration, and 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed. He earned 23,556 credits profit from that game, as well as 1,680 experience points as well. I think actually he's going to keep practicing with his DBV-152 until he eventually gets his ace tanker, unless he's already got one. He's just saying, you know, how much does it really take? But we are going to be seeing more replays featuring Duffy because he is actually going to be helping Auroric with his testing on getting the on testing if medium tanks can act like light tanks in the game. There's a whole load of videos just been sent in to me by Auroric. He had a binge night with Duffy and with others, and so we're going to be watching some of those really good games. Not today, probably in the next couple of days. So yes, you should see some really interesting battles coming up. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.